Lords of the Empire. Empire General. Empire Generals are amongst the highest commanding officers within the Imperial Army, second only in command to an elector count or the Emperor himself. These officers vary greatly in rank depending on the size of their force they lead, and are usually known within the Empire as captains, marshals, or generals, or sometimes simply commanders. Regardless of their social status, these will be tested veterans of many years' experience in soldiering, having spent most of their lives practicing the arts of war in defence of their besieged homelands. The Empire Wizard Lord. A Wizard Lord is a highly prestigious rank within the Imperial Colleges of Magic that are only second to the Matriarch or Patriarch of the Magic Order, a being of immense but unstoppable power. These mighty men of the Empire are amongst the strongest practitioners of magic within the realms of man. The Arch-Lector of Sigmar. An Arch-Lector of Sigmar is one of the highest positions within the heraldry of the Church of Sigmar, second only to the Grand Theologist in terms of his political and religious authority. These men are the very embodiment of both strength and faith in their warrior deity, Sigmar. The Templar Grand Master. The Grand Master is warrior and leader of unparalleled valour, having fought in dozens of battles from atop his great war horse, whose military prowess is beyond question. These mighty warriors are the leaders of one of the many prestigious knightly orders that populate many of the Empire's lands, a position of power suited only for the most wisest and marshalled member of their order. Heroes of the Empire. Captains of the Empire. A captain of the Empire is a veteran military commander possessed of many of different formal titles, who leads a smaller regiment or other units of troops within the Imperial Army. These leaders can take the field of battle whenever they can. Most of the men appointed by an elector count to serve as officers in the provincial armies will also be nobles of the Empire, educated in martial pursuits from an early age, whilst others are simply high-born cowards with no courage or leadership. The Warrior Priests of Sigmar. Warrior Priests are a warlike sect of the Church of Sigmar, who not only lead and inspire Imperial troops into battle, but also minister to their spiritual needs. On many occasions, a rousing speech by a warrior priest of Sigmar has restored the troops' faith, brought hope to a seemingly lost cause, or prevented a mutiny when the words of even the most respected commanders has fallen on frightened and angry ears. The Witch Hunters. Witch Hunters are highly dreaded figures within the lands of the Empire, feared both by enemies and allies alike. These zealous warriors are a part of the Church of Sigmar, also known as the Order of Sigmar, whose job is to eradicate and kill, if not all, Chaos worshippers, but many of them that dare to defile the lands of the God King of Sigmar of old. The Empire Master Engineer. Empire Master Engineer and Empire Master Engineer are those select few individuals amongst many that have the knowledge and skill to create, maintain and operate wondrous inventions of war in the battle against the Empire's foes. These engineers are highly skilled in mathematics and engineering, and have the skill to direct artillery pieces into position and calibrate them to their full potential. Notable regiments of the Empire. Altdorf Company of Honour. A Reichland regiment of highly trained and highly equipped troops dedicated to the service of the Empire and the city of Altdorf. The Swords of Ulrich. A Midland regiment formed and funded by the Temple of Ulrich. In Middelheim, as a fighting force meant to safeguard and patrol the Drackwald region in Middelland. GRUNDELS Defenders. A Wissenland regiment formed for the sole purpose of protecting important and irreplaceable cannons and mortar batteries from the claws of the Empire's enemies. STERNTOWER Marksmen. A newly formed Wissenland regiment created to guard the eastern foothills of Wissenland from any and at all threats possessed against the capital of Nuln. The Firelocks of Fergelen. An Osterland regiment of highly skilled and accurate sharpshooters hailing from the distant province of Osterland. Karabberg Greatswords. A Reichland regiment that was known for their participation in the siege of Karabberg in 1865, which resulted in the utter destruction of a massive Midland army intended to invade Reichland. The Ster River Patrol. A Stirling regiment formed and funded by the government for the purpose of protecting and patrolling vital areas along the Stern River, in order to provide safe passage for merchants heading to Stirling. The Deaf Jacks. A Stirling regiment renowned by many for their archery and skill of tracking. The Death's Heads. An Osterland regiment who gained notoriety for the zealous pursuit against all vampires after the end of the First Vampire Wars.